So long as you capture my good side.
What was that? Sorry.
I said, so long as you capture my good sides.
Well, which side's that? They're both good, mate.
Yeah, that's
How
exactly what I want to hear.
are you, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. How's yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for jumping on with me today. So yeah, man, a few things I just want to ask you before we wrap everything up. So when you first started with me, man, what initially motivated you to seek out a program to begin with?
I think for me, it was sort of get myself back in shape. I thought I was in shape, but I definitely wasn't. And I knew there was stuff I could work on, like how to track my food and like the little habits that I can like obtain to get myself down at a better weight because I was finding that for some reason I was never losing weight. So yeah,
Yeah,
if that
nice,
makes
man.
sense.
And when you say like never losing weight, like what sort of stuff were you doing or trying before to get the weight down initially?
Definitely lack of eating. Well, not lack of eating, but like not eating as much. Thinking, oh yeah,
Gotcha.
if I'm not eating much, then clearly I should be losing weight. Only as I found out along the way, eating food is actually good for me. So long as I'm eating, as long as I'm eating what I need to be eating. Yeah, then the weight sort of comes off.
100%. And what was the thing that made you choose my program to help you?
I think after our like initial phone call, after we were chatting on Instagram, I think we just you're quite easy bloke to get along with, and I think we hit it off straight from the first phone call. So it was a pretty easy decision.
I appreciate it, dude. And when we first started, like what were the main problems that you were hoping to be solved or fixed by working with me?
Just help my I guess help my knowledge around like nutrition and like all my food and stuff like that, and help me build habits that I knew that like I could use in the long run.
Yeah, gotcha. So like a bit of education for you and also just understanding how you can actually just get the weight off for good.
Yeah, 100%. That's the way.
All right, awesome, mate. And then obviously since working with each other, mate, what have the results been like for you?
Been good. I mean, I mean, I've fluctuated, but we lost nearly 20 kilos in what, 6, 7 months. I mean, that's great. I now go to the gym. When I get to the gym, I go, I've got a plan. Um, and just, yeah, I'm much healthier and I guess even more fitter than I was when I started back in November.
And I know like one of the biggest things you were saying was educating yourself and how to understand how to actually do this. Like, how do you feel like your education and your learning since starting with me has improved?
I think just like, I mean, even though I still track food, I think it's sort of, I can sort of roughly gauge. I can look at food, or like when I'm making food now, I can roughly know what calories and how to like look at packages and stuff like that and work out my calories and how much I need for each day and that as well. So like things I didn't know beforehand.
Yeah, perfect, man. So I guess like now you have that understanding of what you need to just eat on a day-to-day basis, but also just looking at labels of foods and go, I need to make sure I'm eating more of this and then less of that stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, I think when you broke it down right at the start was like, this is X amount of calories. You want to be having this much protein, and like fiber was the other one. Like things I knew I'd have to, with protein. I always know that you always got to eat protein for your muscle and that, but
Yeah.
I never thought, how much fiber I actually had to get into the diet
Yeah.
each day. I guess to regulate everything basically.
100% for gut health and digestion, huge thing. And after going through the process and working with me and obviously achieving your goal, like how are you feeling about everything now?
Good. I think it's probably the best I've ever like best I've felt in forever. And now it's just second nature to me, like everything.
Yeah.
Like even when I have an off day, it's like, oh, okay, sick. Like I know what I need to do for the next week to bring that back. Or if I know something's coming up, I can like plan for it as well. That was the two big things that I've sort of learned. Even with sport, one of the boys actually films the game. So I mean, I felt a lot quicker this year. I guess, I mean, less weight on me. So I mean, but it is actually good to see that, yeah, okay, I am actually a lot quicker and I feel fitter in that as well this year.
I'm gonna ask too, like, did it surprise you that over the weekends you could go to weddings and have events on where you could have like 10 beers or so, but then know that if you do the right stuff the next week, you can get the weight down pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the big lessons. I think it was a case of I think beforehand it was always when I have big sessions like that or anything like that, it was, you look at the scale the next day or so and the weight's skyrocketed. Now it's sort of learning that, hey, it's going to spike because you've got all that water sitting in you and everything like that. But if I just, back to what I need to, maybe cut out, 100, 200 calories the day, next couple of days, everything by, 4 or 5 days later, it's back down to exactly what I was, or sometimes even back down to even less too.
100%. All about paying back that loan once you have those weekends. And
Yeah.
the other thing I want to ask you, bro, just before we finish up, like if you were to give someone else some advice, who was finding themselves in like a very similar situation that you were in, what would you tell them to do?
Get yourself a trainer. Get yourself some knowledge around it because uh, without knowledge, you have, well, was it without knowledge, you have no power. But
Yeah, knowledge is
yeah,
power. Yeah,
yeah, that's exactly right. Like, I think that's the biggest thing I've learned is, yeah, I knew sort of little bits and pieces, but get someone that knows, that's trained in it, done it, studied it and stuff like that. Get them to help you because, the results speak for themselves.
100%, bro. And I think for you too, what's been great, or my like pleasure with coaching you, man, is like a lot of guys, I like to see them come in, obviously get the results that they're after. But the biggest thing, or my biggest like achievement when I can see what you guys are doing is the fact that you get the results, but then you understand, you educate yourselves through this process, and you know what you've got to do to then keep it off for good.
Yeah,
And if you can then make those lifestyle changes with what you've just done with me, to then know in the future you're never going to go back to where you were, like that is a huge win for you. And man, it's been an absolute pleasure to coach you, dude. You've given this 110%. As I said to you from the start, it's honestly just about you showing up. If you can show up each week, you'll get where you want to get to, and you got there, man. So I'm proud of you.
yeah, thanks. It's been an absolute, as I say, absolute pleasure doing it. Yeah, down to weights I never thought I'd ever see. I'm sitting, as I say, I'm sitting just above 80 kilos. So, mate, as I said, I think when we started, I think I was happy to get down to 90, and that was 10 kilos off. Like,
Yeah.
and then I think we got to 85, and you said no, we can keep going, and here we are, which is which
Yeah.
which is crazy. And it's not like it was. I think the other big thing too is it wasn't like it wasn't big drastic changes or
Yeah.
that. It's just those small little habits, and then yeah, they just keep piling up, and you keep doing them, follow through, and everything works out.
Consistency at its finest, my friend. Dill, much appreciated, man. Best of luck with everything. Talk soon.
No worries, you too.